Well, if you haven't heard, there's going to be another ball in town. It's going to be the annual one that we usually have, celebrating the town's founding. All the founding families are going to be there, so it'll be quite a blast. Now, to get you ready, I'm going to be doing your makeup, so that way you look perfect, considering how they're going to be selecting a couple of girls from the assembly to represent the town, basically. Now, give me one moment. We're not going to be putting on too much makeup on you, because considering how it's the 1800s, too much makeup could give you a bad impression. So, I'm simply going to be dabbing on a bit of lipstick, a little bit of eye makeup, and some eyeshadow as well, which would constitute eye makeup, and I'm going to be giving you some blush. So, the first thing I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to put your lipstick on first, simply because the blush, or rather the eyeshadow and the blush, kind of go together, and I'm going to have to put that before I put on the eyeliner, and those are the only two things that kind of go together. So, if you wouldn't mind, simply pucker up your lips. Thank you. Stick out your top lip a little more, because that's the one I'm going to be starting with. Thank you. Okay, so just to start, I'm simply going to be putting on some lipstick. Yes, I did hear Stefan and Damon are going to be there. That's going to be quite interesting. However, Catherine seems to be having those two around her finger, so it doesn't seem like we're going to be having much of a chance at those guys. Who else? Ooh, give me one moment. I don't want to... I kind of got a little bit out of your lip line. You know, you don't want to be overdrawing them lips, because then you look like a fish, and that's not, that's not all that popular. Now, would you mind sticking out your lower lip, please? Thank you. Simply want to get a good amount of coverage there. Yeah, Jonathan Gilbert is also going to be there, the little mad scientist of himself. He's going to be attending as well. He says he manufactured some new products, but I myself don't know. I've simply heard. However, most of his inventions don't work. But, who knows? Maybe someday they will, and it'll make him some big-time scientist, like Thomas Edison or, what's that one Serbian guy? I don't know. If he ain't Thomas Edison, the Wizard of, Menlock, something like that? I don't know. He doesn't belong to Virginia. He goes to New Jersey. Then I don't really care. Anyways, to move along, I'm going to be doing your blush. I think I'm going to be adding some rouge, or maybe a light pink. Light pink would give you a more girlish, innocent sort of look, but rouge certainly does bring out the red in your lips, so I think I'm going to go with, here, I got an idea. I'll do one side light pink, and then the other side rouge. That will give you more of a chance. Let me see. Okay. This seems like a nice red, very deep, kind of like the color of blood. Okay. Now, keep still. I don't want to mess up. So, simply brush that on there. I'd have heard about those rumors, about those vampires prowling about, but it's just animal attacks. People getting so superstitious when it comes to things they don't quite understand or that are a little too coincidental. I myself don't believe in any of that sort of stuff, though. I kind of think that I believe the coroner when he says that it's animal attacks, and considering how vampires are something that belongs to, folk stories, I don't really buy into it. I feel like it's just people losing their heads, both literally and figuratively, over things that they don't understand. I mean, my goodness, we live by the woods, of course. That's a probability that's quite possible, hence probability. There we go. Looking gorgeous already. No, I don't believe it. And if they did exist, then I'm sure that there's some sort of they would be more secretive about it, because they wouldn't want the town running mad with vampire fever. I'm sure there's some sort of council or something, you know, if that were to take place, taking care of the case, because, you know, you can't just let things like of that nature just run about. That's not humanity's nature. There we go. And then simply excellent. You have a good 4 hours until the ball starts, so we have enough time to get your face ready and then your outfit done and whatnot. Yep, Miss Mystic Falls. It's quite a tradition, but I myself am not for a tradition. I just go because it's fun and I get food and, you know, I get to look at the you know, the Salvatore brothers and all their, oh my god. It's so good. But anyways, that's the only reasons I go. For the food, the fun, and the Salvatore brothers. I don't really compete with the other girls. They usually beat me out though, because I mean those dresses are lovely. I just go in whatever I find in my, you know, in my wardrobe. Just how I am. Now for this side, I'm gonna be putting on the light pink to give you that girlish side, and then whichever one I decide on using, whether when you turn this way and this way, I'll simply, you know, wash off that side, and then I'll put on, you know, more blush. But anyways, to put on this light pink, yeah, that looks good. I think I prefer the light pink. It's pretty. Now would you mind turning this way, please? Yeah, just match this way. I mean, if you turn this way, but from my point of view, you turn this way. Thank you. You understood the principle. Simply gonna be brushing this on. That is so true. Every single gentleman who comes into Mystic Falls is quite a handsome young fellow. It's mind-boggling. It's like, wow. You start believing that there is no such thing as ugly people in this town. Like, even the women are just gorgeous. I'm like, wow. It's incredible. Well, except for Jonathan Gilbert, he seems quite basic, and the Salvatore brothers' father seems quite handsome back in his day, but now he's just an old man who can make really good-looking children. I still can't get over how good-looking both Damon and Stefan are. There we go. Simply brush that on. The Lockwoods, that's another family that is quite handsome. Forgot his name though. His name doesn't matter, he's just nice to look at. And who else? The Lockwoods, the Gilberts, the Salvatores. If I can't recall them, then apparently they don't matter, so it's alright. I heard about that. They said that there was some sort of spectacle going on today in today's ball, so I'm probably just gonna like go to the back and watch as everything plays out before me, because I'm not getting involved in any sort of drama in any sort of case. But yeah, I heard that there was some sort of spectacle going on tonight, and that they're gonna be rounding out some type of thing. I don't know. I'm thinking it's just animals. I hope they don't hurt those animals, because you know that'll be rude. I mean, we live in their forest, you know, and sure we kind of dominate, but still they have a right to their own homes as well, so I hope they're not rounding up a bunch of animals, but who knows. If they do, I'll just leave, because you know you can't fight the town, otherwise they burn you at the stake. But I also don't want to be included in their party. Now, would you mind turning this way and then this way, so that way I can start comparing which one goes better? Okay, I think I like the light pink a little more, so I'm simply gonna be, I'm simply brush it off. It's just powder. Simply gonna brush it off, so that way it's not there anymore. once more, how are you gonna trust me? Like, I don't take very much care of my own appearance. You think I'm gonna take care of yours? I don't think so. So we're gonna brush this off. There we go. And now I'm gonna do the light pink on this cheek. So. Perfect. Light pink. Simply gonna brush that on. So you look lovely. Like a little innocent angel. Oh yes, Miss Catherine is quite a beautiful young woman. I like her hair, I like her face, I like her outfits. Her personality isn't all that great from what I've heard and from what I've seen. And considering how from what I've seen takes more precedence than what I've heard, I can pretty much ascertain that her personality isn't all that, you know, lovely. But she's a very beautiful girl as well. She just needs to grow up a little more, get a little more mature, a little more wise, and I'm sure that she can reshape the way she behaves. If not, then, oh well. Sometimes this is the case with people. They grow up and they still act like a child, and not in a good way. Simply rub that in. And your blush should be done. Simply gonna be brushing off, or rather whacking off that blush. Oh yeah, they serve tons of food. I mean, I saw that they serve turkey, they serve coleslaw, mashed potatoes, and just with that I'd be happy. But they also serve a bunch of desserts, like cranberry pie and stuff like that. All sorts of pies, actually, now that I think of it. So, can't wait. I would just be hovering like a vulture over the buffet table. Well, what is it? You know, inherently a buffet table. Now, I'm going to be doing your eyeshadow. I think I'm just going to be doing the exact same thing that I did for your cheeks. I'm simply going to be adding just light pink, very, very lightly, like right here. And maybe on like the, what's it called? Well, this part of your eye. And then we'll take it from there, and then I'll put on a bit of eyeliner and whatnot, and you look lovely. There we go. A little bit of light pink. And simply stay still. Look down for me, please. Just like look down. Thank you. It's gonna just take me one moment. Okay. I'm gonna start off with this eye, and I'm simply gonna be brushing that in. There we go. Okay, now just going up to your brow, just at the corner edge. There we go. Just refill it basically with the eyeshadow again. And simply look down again for me. Like, thank you. And I'm simply going to be doing this eye now. Okay. Okay. Did I say Thomas Edison before? I don't think Thomas Edison was born in, what is it, 1864? It is 1864. Well, I mean, he was born, but I don't think he was doing all the work that he was doing at this time. I think that was more towards the 1880s, 1890s, that he was really succeeding in his work, so I don't know, maybe I'm a psychic, maybe I'm a witch. Who knows? I can see into the future. I believe that's clairvoyance, I believe, that you can see into the future. So maybe I have that. But Lincoln's the current president. Yeah. And we're at the Civil War. And I have a southern accent. That is terrible. Your blush is done though, so I'm simply going to be putting this aside. Now, just for the last part, I'm going to be putting on a bit of eyeliner on both of your eyes. So just look down. Thank you. And I'm simply going to be putting on just a little bit. Then on the other side, just a little bit once again. Now that your blush and your lipstick are out of the way, I think you're pretty much done for today. All we're going to be needing to do is just plan your outfit. But once that's done, you're all ready for the ball. But we'll reconvene to settle on what your outfit should be. But until then, just relax, you know, lounge about in your leisure time, and I'll see you later, okay? Bye-bye for now.